video, we are going to learn about sum of n terms of an AP. For example, if we have an AP which is like 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on, and we want to add them, we can't keep on adding term by term, right? So there is a formula that exists for adding all the terms up to the nth value as has been asked in the question. So let's see what the formula is. The formula says n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. And as we know, n is the index of the term, a being the first term, and d being the common difference. So this is going to be your most used formula when you need sum of n terms. Okay. However, from the same formula, we will learn another variation of it, which is also very handy and saves on your calculation time also. Okay. Now, if we have n by 2 already with us, I am splitting 2a as a plus a and keeping the remaining n minus 1 b as it is. Now just see what we have written over here. I am underlining this a plus n minus 1 b. What is this? This becomes your formula for an. So what we get is n by 2 times a plus an, right? What is an? An is always the last term in the sense till the nth value, it is the last term, right? So now the second formula that we get over here is n by 2 a plus l. In this formula, we call the last term, we write the last term as l. I'll just define l over here, last term. So in the questions, when we do not have the common difference known to us, you are given the first term, you are given the last term, and you know the n value also. In that case, you can use this formula without getting into the calculations to find d. So we have learned two important formulas over here, the first one and the second one. Now, we will understand another important relation between Sn and An. And I will explain this with the help of an example. Okay. Let's say we have got an AP which is 2, 5, 8, 11, and so on. Right? So now, according to this, my first term is 2, right? And if I ask what is sum of first term, that is also first term means it is alone. We can't add it to anything. So S1 is going to be 2 only. That means S1 is equals to A. Right? Now, if I ask S2, that means sum of first and the second term, that is 2 plus 5, which comes out to be 7. Right? Okay. Now, if we happen to subtract S2 minus S1, that is S2 was 7, S1 was 2, right? And if I happen to subtract that, 7 minus 2, what am I getting? I am getting 5. 5 was my second term, right? A2. So what I have got, if I subtract S2 minus S1, I am getting A2. Now, this gives rise to an important relation, which is Sn minus Sn minus 1 equals An. See, this is same as this. So that is what I have written, n over here. This value 1 was 1 less than over here. And that is why the second S becomes n minus 1. That is 1 less than Sn. Okay. So this gives you an important relation over here. Okay. Now we have learned two Sn formulas and a relation between Sn and An. We will start doing few questions around them. Okay. Now, the first question is, find the sum of 20 terms of the AP 1, 4, 7, 10. So over here, they are just talking about the sum, right? So what we have got A as 1, D as A2 minus A1, which is 4 minus 1 equals 3. Right. Now, we have N as 20 over here. Right. So, we have N as 20. Now, we will find S20. That is what is being asked over here. Okay. The formula says N by 2, 2A plus N minus 1 times D. Okay. We will substitute all the values over here. N is 20 over 2, 2 times 1 plus 20 minus 1 times 3. Now we just need to calculate. 20 divided by 2 becomes 10. This is 2 plus we have 19 times 3 over here. That is 10 times 2 plus 57. 10 times 59, and hence the sum comes out to be 590. So S20 comes out to be 590 over here. Okay. This was the most simplest question where we had learned to apply the formula and we were given an AP. Let's move on to the next kind of a question. The question says, find the sum of first 30 terms of an AP whose second term is 2 and seventh term is 22. Now, over here, you are not given an AP, but you are given two values, second term and seventh term. That means we neither have our A, we neither have our D, but we have only N as 30. So we need to find A and D first, right? And how do we do that? We will use the relation of N in this case. What we are given second term, that means we are told A2 is 2. A2 means it is A plus 2 minus 1D. Now, this becomes A plus 1D. So, I am just writing A plus D. 2 equals A plus D. The second relation is given as seventh term, which is 22 equals A plus 7 minus 1D. Therefore, 22 equals A plus 6D. Now, this is your first equation. This is your second equation. What you have got simultaneous equations in two variables. Okay. So you have unknown variables as A and D. We need to solve them. It's up to you whether you want to use elimination or you want to use substitution over here. However, since these kind of equations, you generally have the same coefficient for A, so I prefer using elimination. What I'll do, I'll just subtract both the equations. A gets cancelled. 2 minus 22 comes out to be negative 20. On the right side, D minus 6D gives me minus 5D. And therefore, I get the value of D as 4 because I divided negative 20 with negative 5. Okay. We have got our D. Now, we need to get back our A. So, what I will do, substitute D in 1. Okay. That means I am getting 2 equals A plus 4. So what I get? I get 2 minus 4 equals A. That is negative 2 equals A. So what we have seen, right now we have just solved for the expressions given to us as second term is 2 and seventh term is 22. So using them, we have found the value of A and D. We already had our N as 30. Now we need to find the Sn. Okay. So what we are going to write, first we will write the formula Sn equals N by 2, 2A plus N minus 1D. Right. We will start substituting everything. N was 30. A was negative 2 plus 30 minus 1 times D was 4, right? So 30 divided by 2 is 15. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. What we have over here is 29 times 4, right? Now what do we get? 15, negative 4, and 29 times 4 comes out to be 116. So what do we get over here? We have 15 times 112. And now we just need to calculate what is going to be 112 times 15. And that comes out to be 1680. So therefore, we got our S30, that is sum of first 30 terms, as 1680. Okay. In this question is kind of a 3-marker where you first found the value of A, D, and then Sn. Okay. Now, let's do another one, which is we are given the sum of first term is 5. Sorry, the first term is 5, the last term is 45, and the sum is 400. We are given the value of A as 5, the value of L as 45 or AN as 45, and SN as 400. Find the number of terms. We are supposed to find N and common difference. Okay. So again, we are supposed to find two values over here, and let's see how do we do this. We knew the relation of Sn as n over 2 A plus L, right? Now substituting everything over here, Sn is given to us as 400, n is unknown, A is 5, and L is 45, right? Now 400 times 2, I took this 2 over there, equals n times 5 plus 45 is 50. So what do we get now? 400 times 2 over 50 equals n. Now, this comes out to be 8, and therefore, the value of n comes out to be 16. After this, we are supposed to find the common difference. Okay. Now, we know A16 is 45 because it was the last term, right? And A16 is also equals to A plus 16 minus 1D, because we need to find D. So I am using the relation of AN over here. 45 equals the value of A was 5, 15 times D. Now 45 minus 5 is 40 equals, we have got 15D, and the value of D comes out to be 40 over 15, which is 8 over 3 as D. So we have seen in this question how we found the value of n first and then the common difference by using the given value of the sum, the value of the first term and the last term. So overall in this video, we learned various things. We learned the various relations of sum, and then we saw multiple questions, how to apply these relations in different questions. Happy learning.